Come, it is story time. Come on in and open your mind. It is story time. It is story time. It is story time. Come on in and let's explore. There are so many open doors. Come on in and bring a friend. Come on in and let's begin. It is story time. All right. Welcome to Story Time with author Michelle. So happy that you're here. I always like to say, bring your friends, your book buddies is what we call these guys. Bring your book buddy, bring your blanket, or you might want to cozy up in your warm scarf. I have on my winter things, my hat, my scarf, my winter sweater, because we are reading winter stories. And once upon a time, there was a story titled Froggy Gets Dressed. Let's see what this is all about. Let's open this book door and let's explore. Froggy Gets Dressed by Jonathan London. He's the author. Illustrated by Frank Rimkiewicz. It was cold. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. Snow, snow, he sang. I want to play in the snow. Go back to sleep, Froggy, said his mother. Don't you know? Frogs are supposed to sleep all winter. Wake up when the snow melts. Can you do that? Can you sleep all winter? No, no, cried Froggy. I'm awake. Awake! I want to go out and play in the snow. Look at Mom and Dad. Dad's still sleeping. So Froggy put on his socks, zoop, pulled on his boots, zup, put on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zum, and flopped outside in the snow, flop, flop, flop. Froggy said, no sleeping for me. Froggy, called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. Oops, cried Froggy. I forgot to put on my pants. Froggy, how did you forget your pants? He flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat, pulled off his boots. He left his socks on and slipped his pants on. Zip! Then he pulled on his boots. Zup! Put on his hat. Zat! Tied on his scarf. Zwit! Tugged on his mittens. Zum! And flopped back outside into the snow. Flop! 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 Froggy's having fun. Froggy! Called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put on something? Boys and girls, what do you think he forgot this time? Froggy looked down. Oops, he cried. I forgot to put on my shirt. And your coat, added his mother. Come on, Froggy, you gotta be safe in the wintertime. He flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat. He left his pants, boots, and socks on, and buttoned up his shirt. Zip, zip, zip. Then he snapped on his coat. Snap. Put on his hat. Zap. Tied on his scarf. Zwit. Tugged on his mittens. Zum. And flopped back outside into the snow. Flop, flop, flop. Do you get dressed like that? And sometimes different things make different sounds, like the sound of a zipper. Here we go, boys and girls. Look at that. Can you call Froggy with me? Ready? Froggy! Yelled his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. What do you think he forgot to put on? He had on his mittens. He had on his scarf. He had on his coat. He had on his shirt. He had on his pants. He had on his boots. He had on his socks. He reached up. Yo! He had on his hat. What could be missing? Take a look at him. What do you think he's missing? Let's find out. Your underwear, his mother laughed. Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. He forgot his underwear. Oh my goodness, Froggy. Boys and girls, don't forget your underwear. He flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, unsnapped his coat, unbuttoned his shirt, unzipped his pants, pulled off his boots, took off his socks. He left his hat on and slipped his long johns on with a zap of elastic. Then he put on one sock. Zoop. Pulled on one boot. Zup. Tugged on one mitten. Zum. Started to tug on the other and let it drop. And said, I'm too tired. And went back to sleep. Just all of that trying to get dressed. Good night, Froggy. Good night. The end. So what did we explore in this book? I think it's fun to play in the snow. We learned that froggies sleep in the winter. Mom was like, what are you doing? We sleep in the winter. But Froggy saw that snow and he wanted to play. But what do we need when we want to play in the snow? Do we need our hats? Yes. Do we need our scarves? Yes. Do we need our sweaters and our shirt? Yes. We also need our mittens. Yes. We need our underwear. Don't forget the underwear. Some people wear long underwear in the wintertime. We also need our pants. We need our boots. Don't forget those things. They're important to keep your body warm. You have to be safe when playing in the snow. There's something that's called frostbite. And it can happen on your hands, your toes. You don't want that to happen. It'll be very painful. So make sure when you go outside, wear all of those things, okay? Stay warm. All right, story time has ended. If you are getting ready for bed, sleep tight. Good night. If you are getting ready for nap time, sleep tight. Or if you're just enjoying these stories and you want to hear more of this story, go to your local library. If you got a library card, you can have some fun. Go and check this book out. If not, visit your local bookstore to get this book. Or there are other places you can get books, just like my books, Author Michelle. I have Shelly and Shane. You want to enjoy these books? Visit the library. They're in there. Bookstores have them. Online stores have them, like Amazon and Target and all those places. But make sure you start building your book library at home. All right? Story time has ended. Thank you, everyone. Snowflake kisses. Stay warm. Froggy. Bye.